Please do that. Yeah, it's out of stock because it goes in stock once every 10 minutes. So in like 8 minutes, it'll come back. Twitch's UI isn't super clear about that, but that's how it works. And I have it work that way because I don't want it to be like whoever can snipe the button fastest gets it. I want it to be spread out a little so that people have time to like get into the stream and things. All right, well. So this is published by Acclaim. Which is a bad sign. Okay, wait, what? So when you pick a championship, the difficulty is tied to the car? So if I go super mini, is this like an easy car to drive? Is that, oh, okay, there we go. Let's go with the sports coupe because it looks fast. Automatic because I'm a pleb. The goal's probably going to be all Grand Prix. I think that's what we got to do. Let me set my goal command. All championships. There we go. Anyway, let's just do it, I guess. Oh, there's credits. This is not gonna be short. Racing game championships credits. This is not going to be short, probably. Unless it's very easy. Sort of correct, Rock. It's almost all NTSCU games, but then I also added like 2 or 3 Japanese games and like 1 European game. If you go to the link or whatever, like if you look up a little bit, there is a list on my website of every eligible game. And if you see it on the list, then it's in. It's basically American games plus Doshin the Giant, which is European, plus Dream Mix TV World Fighters or whatever, which we already played, plus Kururin Squash, which is Japanese, and we have not played that. My position in the race is still fine, though. No, there are no Mahjong games. I'm not learning Mahjong for Gamecube thing. No, no, no. Yep. I knew that was gonna happen. Now my position sucks. If you know of any games that were not released in the US that are like worthy additions, let me know about them and I'll maybe add them. Yo, hey Slither Baron. The Sims was honestly less good than the first Sims, but it's fine because we discovered the tech and beat it in like 3 hours. Damn. Shit. This is still only lap 1 of 3? Are you for real? Is this like San Francisco Rush? Are these races all gonna be like 10 minutes long? Wow, he really slowed down there. What is second place doing? Anyway, that was the first lap apparently. Took about 3 minutes. Yeah, this is gonna be San Francisco Rush. Lap 1, 2:56. Oof. This doesn't control that badly, though. I say swerving out of control. This plays fine, really. I would describe this as better controls than most of the N64 trash we play. Yeah, hopefully the championship, quote unquote, is like 2 tracks. That'd be nice. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Channeling my inner Spock for a second there. Yeah, it looks like if you there's like a grazing system. If I do a near miss like that, it charges up the bar a little bit. I don't know what happens when the bar fills up, but I'm winning without it, so let me just not think too hard. A boost available now, okay. So if I press like R, now we're boosting. Excellent, great stuff. Let me try to get some near misses, see if I can build that up again. Yeah. That was bad. I did not see that, but I buy it. Sounds right to me. Considering that it's been the most recent Mario Kart for the last, like, how many years? Like 7 years now? It hasn't really had time to be replaced or anything. You know, I think pretty much every Wii owner, or pretty much every Wii U owner except for me, owned Mario Kart 8 at the time. And I think now pretty much every Switch owner except for me owns Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, there you go. Dude, what is this, like, making me drive through oncoming traffic shit? Cut it out. Yeah, I don't know if that includes, like, pack-in sales, because there was that bundle. My Wii U is bundled with 3D World, so not Mario Kart. New Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing is a pretty good game. But, like, I don't know. There's nothing, like, fundamentally Diddy Kong Racing about it that made it good or more betterer. It just has really good mechanics. They could make a Mario Kart with mechanics that good, and then it would be good. Okay. Okay, there's 3 races. And I think do I just need to, like, get third in all of them? Is that how this works? It's not like a point system. Yeah, we do need a new F-Zero. They'll never give us one, but we do need a new F-Zero. F-Zero GX is a quality game. We have not done Blue Storm yet, no. Blue Storm will probably be pretty quick considering that I have the speedrun world record in that game. Not to brag, but I am the fastest and therefore best ever Wave Race Blue Storm player. Don't look at the IL board. I'm the best. You don't need to look at that. Yeah, the Wave Race community does not care about full game categories. So I did the full game category, therefore a world record. My ILs do not hold a candle to actual Blue Storm speedrunners. I mean, for the record, it's been 10 minutes. Someone should be able to submit a game. If anyone wants to be a homie and submit F-Zero GX. Imagine a poll of 5 good games. Like, hear me out. Oh, did we already get a second? Who did? Oh, Beyond Good and Evil 4 minutes ago. I didn't even notice. Shit, sorry, Dab. That totally, like, missed me. But hear me out. In 6 minutes, if someone wants to submit, it's a channel points incentive, Revan. It is out of stock right now, but it will be back in stock 5 minutes from now, and then you should totally submit F-Zero GX, which is also a game that I've done speedruns of, although it was a bunch of years ago, and by speedrun, I mean I played through it without getting a game over, and I consider that a speedrun. I don't know the tech. But that one will also be pretty quick, although we'll do it from a fresh file, so we'll have to do all tracks and stuff. I'll make it as spicy as possible. You boob, I'm trying my best. The game is hard. Controls are okay, but they're not that good. I must watch the chat. Someone might post a bad opinion in chat, and if they did that, I'd have to respond to it, so I need to be available to respond to chat at all times. What if someone tries to claim that Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is a good game? I have to be ready to intercept that take. Yeah, like, get out of here, Yarts. Yakuza 3 is a very good game. Sort of. Corn is an F-tier vegetable. Corn's position as a vegetable is a bit controversial. Corn is like, because it's, you know, you grow it in the ground, but it's not really good for you like a vegetable should be. So by some metrics, I agree that a corn is an F-tier vegetable, but like, disregarding that, Prince of Persia Warrior Within sucks. That I will not stand for. That game is quite bad. Really, Yellow Truck, you did this to me. I have not played Prince of Persia 2008. I bet that that's a spicy game, though. I want to play that one sometime. Forgotten Sands I have not played either. Really, the only ones I've played are the Sands of Time trilogy, you know, Sands of Time, Warrior Within, Two Thrones. I've played all three of them. I think they did a remaster of Sands of Time, but not like a... Is it a remake? And when I say did, has it come out yet? I'm not sure. It's Ubisoft, so it'll probably be like Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Every grain of sand is an NFT, and if you step on another player's grain of sand, then you have to pay them $5 for trespassing. God, please end my life. I think EA said they want to make NFT games as well. I'm just like, someone please commit murder against me. Just come to my house with a gun. I don't want this to be reality. I mean, not that I care. Like, the last time I played an EA game, I don't even remember. I mean, I do remember because it was 007 From Russia with Love. That's an EA game. But, like, the last time I bought, like, a new EA game, I do not know. I guess I gave EA $1 for their like EA Game Pass thing earlier this year, and I played a couple of EA games that were all not very fun. It was that, yeah, Natoku has reminded me, it was that. But like the last time I like paid money for one, because like that's what's $1, and I played like 4 of their games, so, you know. The last time I like legit went out and bought an EA game, I think was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, which, as the name implies, was in 2010, so... Hey, thank you, Arendis, for being the ultimate homie. Can we just have a poll with 5 good games on it? For the first time, maybe ever. And maybe for the only time ever. I'm not gonna say what I want for the last 2. But just quality gaming. It's game number 50. It's a milestone. We have to play something good, you know? You don't want game number 50 to be wasted on some trash like robots. I mean, it was the GameCube, so no, there was no 50th anniversary. Games were not that old yet. You know, nowadays we're getting closer to the 50th anniversary of things like, you know, Pac-Man and Space Invaders and some of those really old games from the 70s. Honestly, we should be... When did Pong come out? Was Pong like the mid-70s or something? We should be around there-ish. 72. Okay, so next year is the 50th anniversary of Pong. Look forward to all of the think pieces. Every gaming journalism website is gonna write something on that one, and it's gonna just be the same article every time. Here's why Pong is important. We interviewed Nolan Bushnell. He says he likes Pong. No, you suck, Yellow Truck. I swear to God. Sneak in there. One request per poll, not ever. That would be ridiculous. We'd run out of people pretty quickly to submit stuff to polls. But it's one per poll, so you can't put 2 games in. Would pretty much be out of submitters by now if it was one ever. Also, that would really suck if it was one ever and your game lost, because then you would just, that was your chance. Sorry. Full Miyazaki, video games are a mistake. That would be great. I don't know what he's up to these days. Probably nothing, because he's like 80. God, Pong the NFT. Now that's something I could see actually happening, and I hate it. Because it's not even so much that, like, celebrities give a shit about this, as much as it is that, like, random, like, NFT grifter companies approach famous people and famous properties and whatnot, and are like, hey, want to license us to do official NFTs? Like, that's how those happen. Someone will approach Nolan Bushnell and do the Pong NFT for him. And he'll just be like, I don't know. Sounds hip with the kids, sure. I did not see that. It's curious. Just have to come in third, and then hopefully my first place finishes in the other championships mean that I just kind of win. Out of my face, please. Oh, I only took... That was the end? I didn't know that that was going to end so soon. Well, Second place will have to be good enough, I hope. So is there like a scoring system going on here? How does this... I am ass in the sports coupe, but that's fastest times, fastest laps. Congratulations, been completed. So did I not even have to win that? I just had to keep coming in third. Like, nowhere was it actually comparing me to the other racers. It was just like, hey, come in third to continue. It doesn't look like there is a crash mode in this like there is in future Burnout games. Wait a minute, isn't this... Haven't we already done this one? Yep. This is Rush. This is San Francisco Rush. Dude, straight up, Erlang Shen, like, never in a million years, right? But also, if you think about it, like, if, I don't know how this became the thing in NFTs, but the thing is to, like, do a whole bunch of them in, like, a series where you just, like, randomly generate a bunch of really ugly art. I could totally see doing that with Korn. I can envision it in my brain, and it is bad. Oh no, this is different. Now we're off-roading it. I feel like the whole thing is just like seeing which scam works the best, and then the whole industry shifts to just be clones of that specific scam. Like, why are NFT games a thing? Like, it's because nerds like games and nerds like cryptocurrency, because I don't know, never seen a compelling pitch for a game that involves NFT. It just all sounds like it makes the game bad. No one likes pay to win games. But I don't know, I'm not really an expert on this sort of thing. I just read tweets about it sometimes. And the tweets say it's bad, and I just say whatever I read on Twitter, and I'm like, yup, that's my opinion now. I am very smart. I think that guy got stuck behind a bus. These races aren't super easy, but then the AI just goes and does that, and it's like, awesome, see ya. Like, I think the computer cars have some rubber banding to them. They seem faster than me, but also they just get stuck behind a bus and are then like, today I think I'll respect the laws of the road, and they just stay behind the bus and they don't pass it. Hang on a second. Okay. Yo. Metroid Prime, quality game. Alright, there's one more spot. There's one more spot. Make it a good one. Only you mean only Lost Kingdoms 2 left? We can't have a poll without Lost Kingdoms 2. It'd be weird. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything, probably. I don't know, the whole like out of stock coming back in stock feature seems really janky and weird and like semi-broken, but at least it seems that way for everyone, so it's fair, which is what I was going for. Position first, score. Yeah, it just like, it never actually compares you to the other racers. You just need to come in third. Oh, second, damn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not staying easy. It's gonna start demanding first place soon. Wind wanker. I guess it'll have to happen eventually. That's my stance. Choo Choo Train Zelda. Yo, I saw what you were saying, Stunod. It's funny you bring that up. I saw what you posted the other day about how it's the best Zelda, and I think there's someone else in chat who agrees with you about Spirit Tracks being the best Zelda. That being said, I have not played it, nor have I even seen a second of gameplay of it. I have no idea what Spirit Tracks is. Other than, you know, it's a Zelda game with a train in it. I think, is Zelda's like in a suit of armor or something? Is it that one? That might be Phantom Hourglass. Hear Me Out Train Yakuza sounds good to me, honestly. I don't know, I generally dislike The Legend of Zelda. I did like Four Swords Adventures, but part of that was probably because it was the co-op. And co-op puzzle solving is always good. And I did like Breath of the Wild, but that's because they changed up the whole formula and I liked walking around. I thought walking around in Breath of the Wild is pretty good. Dungeons were bad, but walking around, very good. And those are the only two that I liked. I've played bits and pieces of a lot of them, but the only other ones I've beaten are Triforce Heroes, which I don't think anyone likes, but I also don't like it. And then Majora's Mask, which, My Hot Ascend 64 take. I don't really care for Majora's Mask. Nah, Breath of the Wild is good. You walk around in it. You climb mountains in it, which is, like, pretty excellent. You see a mountain, and it's like, you see that mountain? You can climb it. Directed by Todd Howard. It is not fun with 3 people, Rock. I also played it with 3 people. It was me, Tom, and a friend of ours who doesn't come around chat. Nah. At the end, we were all like, this game's kind of whack. Ha. I don't think that was one of the racers who I just stopped. I think that was just a pedestrian who was going kind of fast. Or like a civilian traffic car. I guess if you want to count this, I personally don't count this. I have beaten Ocarina of Time randomizer twice, and I have beaten a Link to the Past randomizer once. However, none of those were all dungeon seeds, and also you're doing things so far out of order that it's like, this is not the game. But I have very reluctantly sat through randos of both of those before. Link to the Past rando was actually kind of fun, because it was a fucking train wreck. It was fun to cruise through with SG and Yamo. That one time we did that. I laughed very hard that day. What's the time on this? Okay, these are actually like short laps. These are 2:18. I feel like I'm feeling the length. I don't know why. I just like, I thought that was, when I looked up, I was like, have these been the longest laps so far? Oh, they've actually been the shortest. They feel like they've been the longest. This race feels its length for sure. Anyway, GG. Yeah, it was the Discord one bonus. We did everything except, like the Dark World Forest one. And, I mean, I don't know any glitches, so I didn't do any glitches. So in that sense, I sort of basically beat Link to the Past. Just all the keys were in the wrong place. But I was just following like a vanilla walkthrough on how to beat Link to the Past, so wasn't that skippy. Oh shoot, for some reason I thought that taxi was gonna turn, and then he never did. Super grindy and boring, doing all the shrines and Korok seeds. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Like, I did just enough shrines to get the Master Sword, and I only really did shrines, like, as I noticed them. I never actively sought them out. I just did them as I happened to bump into them as I walked around. Speaking of Midtown Madness 3, though, this track... And yeah, You Got Boost Power is... I mean, it might be both games, but I know it from GX. I really don't know anything about F-Zero X. I've barely ever played it. Frickin' Revan. This guy just ruins everything with Dragon Ball Z. Fine. Anyway, I think that's all 5 games, so I will go ahead and turn that off. Thank you to everyone who submitted, even if you are Revan and you submitted a bad game. Ruining the sanctity of my good game poll. No, I thought I could squeeze through there. Well, we don't waste 4 good ones, because we're only playing 1. The other 4 go back into the pool. Now, Warrior Within isn't eligible, because I haven't played Sands of Time yet. I would reject Warrior Within. It would be interesting, though. I don't know. I don't think this would really change the dynamic at all if I programmed in like some sort of logic where it's like if a game is in a poll, then now it won't be in another poll for the next like 3 games or something. I don't think that would really matter because that happens so rarely anyway. I mean, I say it happens so rarely, but it's happened a couple times already. And as we play through games, it'll just happen more and more often. Whoa, 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 okay. Yeah, you never know, Revan. It could. It very much could get voted for. If I had to like submit my prediction for what I thought was gonna win before I started each poll, I think I would be right less than 50% of the time. I am usually wrong. Aw, man, I lost my boost power because of that. Now I'm in last, too. It sucks. Aw, man, that's really bad, actually. Wait, it just put me forward. I'm in second now. That crash was advantageous. Then first place just slammed face first into a bus. So now I win. Get wrecked. Ray. Wait, did we not unlock the next Grand Prix? Okay, no, we did. We did. Yo, later, Revan. Have fun at work. This has been pretty comfy so far. I imagine it will stop being comfy when I stop winning every race. I hope that never happens. I would like to just continue winning every race. Man, I suck. Yo, Grove Spaz, thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it a bunch. Where is that guy? First place is like gone. Oh, he's just up there. Oh, it's just this track again. See, now they're starting to repeat them. You can't just do a Euro Cup when the entire game has really obviously taken place in Europe so far. That's like cheating. Like, honestly, all of these tracks look like they've just been somewhere in Europe to me. Is Criterion, like, a British developer or something? Or are they just Americans who are weird and won't set their game in the best country on Earth? The United States of America. No, no, no. Yep. Saw it coming, but not enough to do anything about it. Disgusting. I mean, I'm just memeing. Oh no, yeah, okay. That bus. That was a bad bus. That bus just like blocked every lane of traffic. Man, I suck. Yeah, Burnout 3 Takedown did not come out on the Gamecube. Burnout 3 Takedown is like, I've mentioned this on stream before, but if you ever get into a 6th gen console wars argument on the internet, believe it or not, these things happen. There's some humans out there who care when you could just buy all the consoles for like 40 bucks each nowadays. But there are people who will get very offended when you try to tell them that the GameCube is more powerful than the PS2, and the one game they have to point to is Burnout 3 Takedown, because it is not on the GameCube. And the director of Burnout 3 Takedown, in an interview somewhere, said that it's because the GameCube wasn't strong enough to run the game. And that's like pretty transparently bullshit, but whatever. Let the PS2 fans have it. So there is no Burnout 3 Takedown on GameCube, unfortunately. We only have Burnout 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, Muck. I mean, first of all, what Xana said, everything is just plagued with misinformation. Secondly, it's difficult to directly compare consoles from, you know, older generations because they all just used custom hardware that was, you know, like, we don't even really know exactly how good or how bad something was. You just kind of have to like eyeball the games and be like, hey, this one had pretty good graphics. Everything used weird custom hardware. The PS2 emotion engine, it's like, what is that any good? Who fucking knows? Honestly, when you get to like the 6th gen might even be the hardest to compare, honestly, in my opinion, because like with the Genesis and versus the Super Nintendo, you can at least be like sprite count, colors on screen, there you go. CPU speed. Those are all pretty well-known attributes of the console. N64 versus PS1, just fucking look at the thing. Like PS2 and GameCube were like kind of close. And the hardware is not that well known, because especially once you start getting into 3D, it's like the capabilities of the hardware are obscured a bit. Like how many polygons per second or whatever your hardware can output is a little bit of a less important number than like how many sprites can be on screen on a Super Nintendo game. Yeah, and then metrics like the PS3 is hamstrung by not having enough VRAM, stuff like that starts coming up. Or I think the PS3 technically has no VRAM and it's just like a unified memory solution, something weird like that. Or it was gonna be that, and then they like stuffed some VRAM in there at the last second when they realized it was a bad idea, but there's not enough. I don't know. There's something about the PS3. Is this seriously still only lap 2? Why was lap 1 almost 4.5 minutes long? I literally just noticed that. That is disgusting. Are you for real? Burnout 1? No, why did I do that turn? That was a horrible idea. It's okay, the yellow car also crashed. No, I was barely even going fast. Bye. God, I love watching the computers crash into things. The crashes are good, like I will say. The crashing physics and like effects and stuff are pretty quality in this. It definitely delivers on that. And if you think about it, like this is what, probably a pretty early GameCube game. Like this is something that I didn't even notice until I was like not a kid anymore, but like it took a while for there to be damage models in racing games. Like, real car manufacturers did not want you to damage their car in the game. That was, like, in the contracts. It wasn't until, like, Forza or something on the Xbox when you could actually, like, beat up a real car. Not that these are real cars. Just reminds me of that. Man, I just got wrecked by second place there. It's fine, they're bad. As soon as they get in front of me, it takes them like 10 seconds to do something dumb and crash, and then I'm in first again. No, I mean, I don't think that's true. The 360 versus PS3 thing is complicated. And yeah, also the Wii definitely outsold all of the other things combined. The 360 wasn't glue. The red ring wasn't caused by bad glue. It was solder, right? Or am I just completely wrong about that? Right, that is the problem with the Wii. Zero software sales. And then the sales of the Wii hardware also tanked later into the generation once it stopped being like a fad. Ugh, man, this race is a mess. I don't know. I had a Wii in like 2007 or something. I got a PS3 much later. I was a Wii gamer. Yeah, PS3 also has the yellow light of death, which is fun. The PS3 fat model will also cook itself to death fairly often. Not quite as bad as the red ring, but not good either. Ah. Too much boost power. Gamecube stopped. That was like 2002. Really, Muck? Prime's by no means like a super late GameCube game. That sucks. I think my GameCube's kind of flaky, but it might just be my copy of Sunshine. It's actually unclear. Because I don't play a lot of GameCube games that aren't Sunshine, so I'm not certain what it is. But I think my GameCube laser might be starting to go. Also, yes, I did, Natoku. Oh wait, that was it. It was just one race. That's why it was 12 minutes long. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be back in a minute. These races are too long. All right, let's go. Savage Streets. It's time for things to get savage. Yeah, I don't remember having games older than like GBA in GameStop. once we got into the 7th gen. This is very savage. Okay, we're good. This is very savage, though. Second and first just ditched me. Oh god, I'm dead. Used copies of games that just came out that you can sell for $55 instead of $60, but unlike a new game, you get to keep all 55 of it. That's the GameStop model. Hey, no GameStop was. They're still in business. Every GameStop that I'm aware of closed down, but they're still out there somewhere, supposedly. The GameStop in my city died last year. Or maybe it was 2 years ago at this point. The GameStop, both GameStops by where I used to live are now closed. I do not know where I would even go to find a GameStop. I'm sure there's one over in Jersey City or something. It's a big town. There's bound to be a GameStop in there somewhere. No GameStops here, though. Oh god, okay. Honestly, though, as a kid, it was like this it was like this until I was an adult, where GameStop bought EB Games and then converted all the EB Games locations into GameStops. And that meant that in my mall, and apparently this was like this all over the place, there were just 2 GameStops in the mall, like literally across from each other. They were just right there. Because one of them used to be an EB Games. Which I can't imagine how one mall would have supported both an EB Games and a GameStop, let alone supported 2 GameStops, but it did. Oh hey, I have turbo. Let's go. Oh god, yep. Yeah, the tracks are getting harder, but I feel like what? Okay, the algorithm that replaces you after you crash is bullshit. Did you see those cars just appear in front of me? You can't just do that to me, Burnout. By the way, this track owns. This is the shortest one yet. I love it. Should be over soonish if I can just not choke horribly. Also, I can't do math. There we go. I'm too much of a zoomer. I never waited in a line outside a GameStop before. Yeah, for like midnight releases and stuff, right? Damn. Someone arrived late and cut the line. There was a big fight. Nice. Yeah, I looked at it like a couple days ago. I was like, I wonder, because I haven't heard anything about it in a bit. I was like, can I just buy a PS5 yet? And I went online and nope. No, I still can't just buy a PS5. Not that I have the money. I was just curious if they were available, and no, they're not. Really, I was barely even going fast. How is that a $74,000 crash? That's a load of crap. It's a hard track. I gotta be a gamer. Yeah, I could probably, I mean, 150 is probably way too much. I have no need for a PS5. Also, I just don't like selling things. I get too attached to my plastic. A PS5 for me would be like a speedrun Lost Judgment machine, and I don't even like Lost Judgment speedruns, so I wouldn't do that either. It would just be a nothing machine. Why do I not like the Lost Judgment run XD? Because it's boring. You don't like do anything interesting. The game gives you the tools at the start that you just use for the entire game, and you just walk around and sometimes fight things with the same tools you've had since the start of the game. There's no tech to it. It's like weird and imprecise and inconsistent with like what is a good fight versus a bad fight in Lost Judgment? How do you make it happen? How do you make a good fight happen versus a bad fight? Like, there's no answer to that question. It's just, you press the buttons. Sometimes you go faster than other times. Do this for 3 hours. It's like, And you don't even like do a lot of walking because of the taxi system, so actually it's mostly just looking at loading screens between fights. It's a lot of walking around in school in the first half of the run, and then in the second half of the run you basically just look at loading screens and sometimes punch things. I mean, yeah, but it actually doesn't really save significant time to play Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 on PS5 compared to a PS4, believe it or not. Yakuza 5 is a little bit faster on PS5, but not significantly. And the other two are, like, not faster at all, really. Maybe a teeny, like, imperceivable amount. And also, the PC versions are slow revving. You don't run them on PC. 3, 4, and 5 are slow on PC. You gotta play on console. Which is incredibly dumb, but you know, thanks Q-Lock. Thanks Q-Lock, the emote exists for a reason. It's because we must thank Q-Lock for their hard work. Dedication to bringing us the most quality Yakuza PC ports. I can't see shit. Okay. Well, second is fine. Okay, I have to win this one, though. That's kind of scary. Yeah, they fixed the weird glitch with the grab as well that exists in Yakuza 3, which hardly matters, but it is a thing that for some reason in Yakuza 3 Remaster on PS4, if you grab someone, you just run really fast with them. Whereas on PS3 and correctly in the PC version, you move slower when holding a person. Everyone just crashed, including me. Got him. Just scraped that guy off my side. Yeah, they didn't fix the shotgun bug in 4, which is disappointing. The last shot of any shotgun in Yakuza 4 Remaster, console or PC, the last shot just does nothing. It just shoots a blank. It doesn't hit anything. What? That's not a crash. You're fucking kidding me. I just like... My car just kept going. It was fine. Ooh, I'm gonna run out of time. Too many crashes. Okay. I have to be a gamer though. I can't keep crashing like this. Okay. Dude, oh my god, the car in front of me is like obscuring the traffic. Yeah, turbo forklift in 5 is pretty funny. Makes it a real pain in the ass to do the whatchamacallits, like the ultimate missions or whatever. Because the ultimate missions are just way harder. You have to survive the forklift. You have to play like perfectly through that section. Man, this isn't good enough. Gotta be gaming harder. From here on out, I assume they expect me to actually win every race. Which is kind of scary. Goodbye. I think the other guy got screwed up at some point as well, because I'm in first now. He went the wrong way through traffic, so we can guess what probably happened to him. Very nice. That was the checkpoint that I almost game overed on last lap, so that means I gained like 15-20 seconds over the course of this lap. No, no, no. Okay. So you can see the truck coming, and it's like, well, I don't know how to survive that. You just gotta hope that there's no side traffic. Yeah, wow, that second lap was 25 seconds faster than the first one. Yeah, I've never seen Burnout 1. This is all new to me. I've seen Burnout Takedown, and I've seen Burnout Paradise, but never 1 or 2. And those are the 2 that are on Gamecube, so A. Yeah, 3's the one that has, like, actual fans. I mean, and Paradise. But not 1 and 2. I don't think people care that much about these. I really have to scratch my nose. Oh, and then someone texted me. Oh no, it's a Discord ping? Oh, it's SG pinging me. Oh, it's some fan art. Cool, thanks SG. Hey, we win. Yeah, modern Burnout is 2 games, and then ports of those 2 games forever, and no new games. They, like, don't make racing games anymore like they used to. There used to be so many racing games, and now there's, like, not so many racing games, you know? The genre kind of died a little bit. Wow, you just start this with... Oh, then you hit the checkpoint. They just start you with like 8 seconds on the clock. Money is always right. I mean, that's true, but, you know. Imagine the money. Microtransaction cars. I'd be sad, but it'd make money. NFT cars. Getting back to what we were talking about before. Imagine the money. You know, I just had a really cursed idea as I said that, because they haven't made a new Need for Speed game in a while. NFS, NFT. The acronyms write themselves. Hire me, EA. Or don't, because I don't want to see this become a thing. Yeah, I played Need for Speed Heat. That was one of the games that I got for $1 from the EA Game Pass thing. I played Need for Speed Heat, and I played through the whole story mode. I don't know why I did it. It wasn't a very good game. I think it was just morbid curiosity, and then all the other Need for Speed games like didn't work on Steam, because EA is incompetent and can't make their games work right. But Heat worked, so I played it. It was like a weird open world racing thing with like an arcade score system that doesn't work right because you can't ditch the cops once you get them. I don't know. I could complain about Need for Speed Heat for a while, which reminds me, this is something funny. I know I posted about this in Discord. This was like a couple weeks ago at this point. But one of the games I got from the EA thing for $1 was Mirror's Edge 2. And ever since then, I've been talking about on stream doing a hot Mirror's Edge 2 like YouTube video, like a hot, you know, one of those videos where you're like, what went wrong, and it's like an hour long, and you review Mirror's Edge 2. And I, you know, mostly as a joke, I could never actually make content like that, but someone actually went and fucking did it, so like that exists now, the hour-long What Went Wrong with Mirror's Edge 2 video. And that guy stole my idea and I'm mad about it, so I'm not ever gonna say any of my YouTube video ideas on stream anymore, because I know that guy is watching right now, just waiting for more of my good video ideas. I can't tell him about the Need for Speed Heat video or the Yakuza 5 video. The video where I like eat some really hot sauce. These are all secret ideas, no one must know. Yeah, it does suck. Mirror's Edge Catalyst does suck. They turned it into like an open world thing, and it's quite bad. But it is very interesting, and it is worth making an hour-long retrospective YouTube video on, which is why someone did it. Okay, lap 3. Do I play for the Raiders? No. Okay, check this out. He's gonna come at me. Oh no, he went around the side. This is a tough race because you have to do most of it into oncoming traffic. I just like... There we go. See ya. Oh no, yeah. The hill. There was a hill. I couldn't see that car. I probably lose this now. I doubt I can catch first unless they really screw up. You can see his pixels up there. Oh, this is my opportunity. Goodbye. He blew it. Now it's my turn to blow it. Whew, 1 second left on that checkpoint. I didn't even notice that until there was like 3 seconds left on the clock. Bit spooky. think that might be the finish. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Whew. God. Scary one. I have not played any of like this era of Need for Speed. There's like 5 Need for Speed games on Gamecube or something, and I have played 0 of them. So that'll be all new to me. Off to a great start. I wonder how this works in multiplayer, because they can't just freeze up the whole game like that while you crash and it plays the replays. It must just be that if you crash, you lose a massive amount of time. Whoa, hello. NFSU2 is super long. I mean, if necessary, we can find a category that is not super long. But I don't know. I don't want to... I joke about this, but I don't want to stretch the definition of beating the game too much, ever. I do want to actually beat all the games, even if they're super long. This is not N64 Mania. There's no time limit on how long the games can be. I'm not trying to do it all in one sitting. Dude, first place is gone. Current longest game is The Sims 1. I think. It's either The Sims 1 or Mega Man X Command Mission, but I'm pretty sure The Sims beat it by like 20 minutes. I have never played Custom Robo before, no. It's come up in polls before. I assume you build a custom robo and then fight things with it, but I have never seen it before, so maybe it's a dating sim about custom robos. Who can say? Dude, first place is gone. What the heck? I can't even, like... You don't even, like, see his pixels up there. He's gone. It's kind of a problem. He needs to screw something up. Oh, no, there he is. All the way up there. GTA collection, probably not. I do like the 3D GTAs, but not enough that I care enough to pay money for remakes of them or even really spend time playing them. So maybe someday, but it's not on the list at all. I'm not really interested. I'm interested in seeing if they're any good, but only as a spectator. Mostly I just want to laugh at them if they're bad or something. Nah, Shenmue 1 speedrun's not happening. Game's too long. Too long, too much to learn. I'm too lazy to learn it all. Shenmue 3 speedrun, also never happening. That would require me to play Shenmue 3, which I don't want to do. Yeah, wow. First place has just been racing, like, perfectly. I mean, not that I haven't been crashing a million times or anything, but I have made up no distance to him. We're gonna lose one of my credits. Dreamcast Mania. Dreamcast Mania would be interesting. If no one is doing that, then someone should do that. There's a lot of quality Dreamcast games out there. Yeah, Phantasy Star Online is in this challenge. Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2 Plus, it's called. Because there is a Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2, just like base game, but Plus is the same game but with some added content, so I'm going to be playing Plus and ignoring the base game so that I don't have to play the whole thing twice. Then there's also Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 Card Revolution, which my understanding is that that's a spin-off card game and not even online. But that's also on there. That'll get played. Man, second place, really. The plan for the collection discs is to play OOT Master Quest on one of them, and then to play something else on the other one. I think we probably just already lose this. That was a disaster. I'm not sure how I fix what I've done. Big PSO fangirl. I've like played... So here's my experience with PSO. I heard that the GameCube version of Phantasy Star Online had split-screen local multiplayer, and I was like, that'll be fun. It'll be like PSO, but I'm playing with my friends. I've never played this before, so I convinced my friends to play Phantasy Star Online split-screen with me. So we made our characters, we played like one level, and then afterwards, like between little excursions, it sent you back to like this hub world area. It would send you back to like this little hub spaceship, and my friends began to hide on the hub spaceship because you couldn't go to the next level until everyone stood in the elevator. So if everyone wasn't standing in the elevator, you just couldn't play the game, and they just started playing hide and seek in the hub spaceship. And after about an hour of trying to find them in the hub spaceship, we just turned off the game. And so I've never really played very much Phantasy Star Online. They would put the camera up against the wall so that you just saw like a black texture, and you'd have to go track them down. And that's what I did instead of actually playing the game. Shoutouts to Tom W. Twitch 1. Jeez, even second place is up there now. This is, like, actually hard. But yeah, my understanding is that the GameCube version of Phantasy Star Online has at least some kind of offline content, if not the whole game playable offline. I'm not really sure. But we will play through something for that. And I wish I could get that keyboard. That was, I wish I could get the GameCube keyboard controller, but they're really expensive now. I could have done it a long time ago, but nowadays I think they're really expensive. Okay, well, I just ran 3 laps that were all better than any of the previous laps, and yet I came in an even worse position, so that's fun. You love to see it. You love to see it. I don't know, old school RuneScape has my heart as far as MMOs go. I can't imagine playing a different MMO. It'd be like bad. Traditional MMOs require too much attention. That's what it is. They make you like play the game constantly, and it's just like a pain in the ass, and I don't want something that takes up my life like that. I played last night. I'm working on crafting stuff. Second and first are already up there. I already lose this race. God, you can't touch another car. Like, that's such a light crash, and yet which game was it, Piper? Is it the Jackie Chan game? Oh, Spooky Castle. That's one of SG's games from when he was a kid. SG is a big Hamumu fan. Everyone likes Kid Mystic. I don't know. I don't really know what episode 1 and 2 means. Like, if it's 2 different games. Well, I'm kind of gonna play that one by ear. We'll see. Right now, tentatively, both of them. It's 2 different camps. Right now, tentatively, both of them. but, you know, we'll see, as always. But I think I'd want to do both. I'd feel like I'm skipping half the game, you know, if I didn't do both. Good lap, 144. If I just put together like 3 laps like that, I would probably win. No, it's one game. It'd be fun to get like a GameCube broadband adapter and then do Phantasy Star Online on like a private server. Like, I imagine custom servers are out there. And I know they are. I don't know if they're still online, but I assume they are still online. That'd be fun, but I can't really do that without also buying the game. That seems like it's probably an expensive setup. Aw, man. I caught up to first, and then they're gone. As soon as I catch up to first, disaster strikes, and now I lose. This is my last credit, too. Yeah. I've heard of that. It's like the only other game that uses it. But it's offline, and there's no fan server for that, so it's just gone. We'll never know the joys of holding hands over the internet. Man, it was right there. It was right there. Wait, do I get to retry? 3 credits actually means 4 tries. In the world of Burnout, 3 means 4. Yeah, in the case of online games, it's just like, if you don't have a bunch of nerds who somehow are able to put together a custom server, then it's like, nah, that game is gone now. Some number of Japanese dudes in the early to mid 2000s got to hold hands over the internet, and that's it. We'll just have to be content with hand-holding in real life, I guess. It's not as good. Hate these dirt roads. Yep, I couldn't see. I couldn't see. Dirt roads, man. Whew. It's a good thing that my car spun out exactly where it did, because I was totally gonna crash otherwise. Spooky. Oh, is now my chance? He got stuck behind a bus. Goodbye. Oh shit, no, okay. Goodbye. Farewell. No. Oh, man. Okay, we're fine. This is fine. This is only lap 2, though. Not happy about that. By the way, after I win this, well, if I win this, there's still another race after this that I have to first try, coming first on. So that's tricky. I wonder if the game gives you a credit for winning a race, and it just wasn't doing that before because I was already at max credits. I hope that happens, but it probably won't. I don't know what the criteria to beat Melee is. I was actually just talking to someone about this, and I forget what we were talking about. Because adventure mode, like just doing an adventure mode would be a little bit lame, right? That's like, okay, that's nothing. That's like 20 minutes of content there, and it's Melee. You want to do more. There's also the event mode, but doing all of the events requires you to unlock all the characters, which can take a long time. So I'm not certain what I'm gonna do. Probably the goal will be enjoy Melee, and we'll just sample all of the things on the disc and have fun and screw around. Play some home run contest and whatnot. And that'll of course involve a playthrough of adventure mode for beating the game's sake. CPU tournament. I don't think I'm enough of like a pie type streamer to carry a CPU tournament. I don't think I could commentate that and like be hype and fun. I'd just be like watching the gameplay itself in silence for 2 hours. All right. No credits. Third race. I could never do that though, Fran. Netplay tourney, and then I have to beat whoever wins the netplay tourney. Like, anyone who even like understands conceptually what Melee competitive is will beat me every time for hours. And it will be sad to watch, and it will be sadder to play. I like... My conception of Melee is Hyrule Stadium, or Hyrule Temple. All items on, you know, that sort of thing. Pokemon Stadium is also a pretty good... Oh, and Pokefloats. Melee has Pokefloats. Yeah, that's how I unlocked him as a kid, crazy. I looked up the unlock requirements and I said, all right, here we go then. And I just ground out 1 second long multiplayer matches, 1,000 of them. You set your percentage to like 1 and you give yourself a flower on your head, and then the fight ends immediately. And it's just like a couple hours of menuing to unlock all the characters. So I do have a file with all the characters, although I don't think my file from when I was a kid has whatchamacallit on it, Final Destination, because I think you actually have to do something to unlock Final Destination. Something that requires like a modicum of gamer skill. By the way, we're losing this. Yeah, beat every event. I never did that. I feel like beating every event would be the thing to do, but you have to have all the characters apparently. So that like really hurts things a bit. I could like unlock all the characters ahead of time, and then we just start on a file with all characters but no events done, and then we just go. But then that's like weird. So I'm not starting the game from scratch, and I don't want to sit there on stream grinding out character unlocks for 5 hours either. That's also really lame. No, why did I do that? Why you do it? Okay. That was not a crash. That was the most violent thing I've ever done. Without crashing the car, but it's fine. You don't even have to cheat for Mewtwo, it's easy. I hear you, Muck. I'm only, you know, I'm reading like every third line of chat because I'm focused on holding A, and holding A is requiring all of my attention right now. But, you know, Melee hasn't happened yet, so we don't have to worry about it too much. I'm trying my best to balance reading chat with focusing on holding A. I need first place to screw up really badly. Otherwise, we're going back. Yeah, like I see that paragraph. It's got my name in it. It's lit up red. I cannot read that right now. I apologize. U2 takes 20 hours of matches. But multiplayer times count, so if you just play for 5 hours, then you win. Okay. Like, it's like I said, I could set that up ahead of time, and then we could just start with all characters. But I'm not going to let that run on stream, because no one wants to watch me idle on Melee for 5 hours. And I do think it's slightly lame to start a Gamecube thing having already played the game for 5 hours off stream. But maybe I will do that, if that's like the best. Like, we'll decide on it when it comes up, you know? We'll decide on it when it comes up. Nah. I haven't even seen first place. Yeah, rip. R.I.P. Main menu. Yeah, honestly, I just thought of that as well. Crazy. I could have a little Melee in the corner. The thing is, we don't know we're playing Melee until it's time to play Melee, so I would have to like roll Melee, then get that set up, then roll another game. I do wonder, like, when they say easy, medium, medium, hard, hard, does that mean that these are the fastest cars, but also the hardest to control, whereas this is the easiest to control, but also the slowest? Or does picking the easy car just mean the whole game plays easy? I'm not sure what they mean by that. Anyway, either way, I got started a little bit late today, like an hour late, so I'm actually going to end half an hour early as well, so I can go eat dinner at a reasonable hour. So I'm going to call it here for Burnout for today.